Hello, my wonderful adventuring party. Today on Mana Chamber, we're going to be opening up the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth card packs. Universes Beyond, Magic the Gathering cards. It's going to be exciting. Let's get into this soon. Very excited to see what we get. So we got Faramir, Field Commander. For a white and 3 human soldier, legendary creature, 3/3. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw the card. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Faramir, Field Commander, as your ring bearer, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Nice. We got Dreadful as the Storm. Target creature has base power and toughness 5/5 until the end of the turn. The ring tempts you. Which, if anybody doesn't know what the ring does, this is what the ring does when it tempts you. First, you get your ring bearer is a legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, and you have to choose a ring bearer when the ring tempts you. On the next time it tempts you, you can choose a ring bearer again, and you get both things of the first thing I read. And whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Okay. Then when it tempts you again, same thing, choose a ring bearer, you get all of the above, and whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at the end of combat. And then the final time the ring tempts you, you can again choose a ring bearer, and then everything on the card, which the last one is, whenever your ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. So it can be pretty powerful. I kind of wish they put some kind of downside to being the ring bearer, maybe like giving your creature -1/-1 or something simple like that, you know. And again, the ring can tempt you more, even past beyond this, and you just can choose new ring bearers essentially. We got an uncommon. We got Generous Ent, 5/7 creature tree folk for a green and 5 with reach. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token. Got forest cycling. We have Claim the Precious for 2 black and 1, sorcery to store target creature, and the ring tempts you. And then we got War Beast of Gorgoroth, a red and 4, beast creature, 5/4. Whenever he or another creature enters, or another creature you control with power 4 or greater dies, you amass orcs 2. If you don't know what amass orcs 2, you basically create an orc army and then put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. If you amass orcs 1, you would put a +1/+1 counter on an orc army you control, or create a new orc army if you don't control one. Same with like amass orcs 3, 4. The number correlates with how many +1/+1 counters they get. Okay, we got Entish Restoration for green and 2 instant. Sacrifice land. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, instead, search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Wow, that card's really great. And then finally, we got a gold rare. Cool. Which I got a bunch of these things. Look at that. Tons of them. 47% vault. I don't exactly know what the vault means, but supposedly you can open the vault once you get it. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me. Alright, this next pack we got Aradrim Spearmaster, a red and 2 human warrior creature, 2/3 with reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Bewitching Leechcraft for a blue and 1. Enchantment Aura, enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has, if this creature would untap during your untap step, remove a +1/+1 counter from it instead. If you do, untap it. Nice. Kind of a strange one, honestly. Dunland Crabane? Dunland Crabane, let's go with that. A black and 2 bird horror creature, 1/1 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, amass orcs 2. We got Fog on the Barrow Downs for a white and 2, enchantment aura, enchant creature. Creature is a spirit and can't attack or block. Lorien Revealed for 2 blue and 3, sorcery, draw 3 cards. It's got Island Walking of 1. We got the Book of Mazarbul. When it comes out, we'll amass orcs 1, then we will amass orcs 2, then creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until the end of the turn on your on your second upkeep after this is out. Whatever. Alright, Grond the Gatebreaker, a black and 3 legendary artifact vehicle, 5/5 with trample. As long as it's your turn and you control an army, Grond is an artifact creature. So that's kind of cool if you make orcs. It's got a crew of 3. This thing could be scary, actually. And then we get the Elven Horus, a green and 3 enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Big, nice. Moving on into another. We're getting Took Reaper. That's kind of a fun name. A white and 1 halfling peasant creature, 2/1. When they die, the ring tempts you. We got Rush the Room, a red instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of the turn. If it's a goblin or orc, it also gains haste until the end of the turn. Glorious Gale, a blue and 1 instant counter target creature spell. If it was a legendary spell, the ring tempts you. Mirkwood Bats, a black and 3 bat, flying 2/3. Whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. It's actually super big mean. Pippin's Bravery for a green instant. You may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until the end of the turn. Otherwise, that creature gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. We got the good boy here, Bill the Pony, for a white and 3 legendary creature, Horse, 1/4. When he enters a battlefield, create 2 food tokens. Sacrifice a food token until the end of turn. Target creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. We got Elrond, Lord of Rivendell, for a blue and 2 legendary creature, Elf Noble, 3/2. When him or another creature enters a battlefield under your control, scry 1. This is the second time this ability has resolved this turn. The ring tempts you. And we got Mines of Moria, legendary land. It enters a battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. You can tap it for a red. You can pay a red and 3 and tap it, exile 3 cards from your graveyard, and create 2 treasure tokens. Cool. Kind of fun. Alright. Let's go. Chance Met Elves for a green and 2 elf warrior creature, 3/2. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on them. This ability triggers only once each turn. You got the Inherited Envelope for 3 artifact. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. You got Indywine Farmer for a green and 2 halfling peasant creature, 1/1. When it enters or leaves the battlefield, create a food token. We got Bombadil's Song for a green and 1 instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until the end of turn. The ring tempts you. Here's Theoden, King of Rohan, for a white, a red, and 1 legendary creature, human noble, 2/3. When him or another human enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gains double strike until the end of the turn. And then we got Galadriel of Lothlorien. Gosh, I could probably not say any of that right. For a blue and green and 1 legendary creature, elf, noble, 3/3. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than her as your ring bearer, scry 3. Whenever you scry, you may reveal the top card of your library. If a land card is revealed this way, put it on the battlefield tapped. Can be nice. Scry and ramp, that's good. Okie dokie, it's Eagles of the North. For a white and 5 bird soldier creature, 3/3 with flying. When they enter the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain first strike until the end of the turn. Plain cycling of 1. We got Captain of Umbar for a blue and 2 human pirate creature, 2/3. Pay 1, tap him, draw a card, and discard a card. Oliphant for a red and 5 elephant creature, 6/4 with trample. Whenever he attacks another target creature, you can +2/+0 and gains trample until the end of the turn. He's got mountain cycling of 1. We got Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold, for a red and 3 human soldier, legendary creature, 3/3. When him or another human enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control get +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Grima Wormtongue for a black and 2 human advisor, legendary creature, 1/4. Your opponents can't gain life. You can tap it, sacrifice another creature. Target player loses 1 life. If the sacrificed creature was legendary, amass orcs 2. And Fanghorn, Tree Shepherd, for 3 green and 4 legendary creature, Tree Folk, a 4/10. Tree Folk you control have vigilance. Whenever 1 or more Tree Folk you control attack, add twice that much green mana. You don't lose unspent green mana as steps and phases, and this is brutally crazy. That's all right, only 6 more to go, boys. We're getting Escape from Orthanc for 1 instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains flying until the end of untap it. I love things that untap on instants, they're sick. Haunt of the Dead Marshes for a black nightmare elf creature, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1. You can pay a black and 2. Return them from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and activate only if you control a legendary creature. Rohirrim Lancer, probably didn't say that right, for a red human knight creature, 1/1 with menace. When he dies, the ring tempts you. We got Willow Wind for a blue and 4 elemental creature, 3/4 with flying. When he enters the battlefield, scry 2. Shower of Arrows for a green and 2 instant. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, and scry 1. There's Golem's Bite for a black instant. Target creature gets -2 until the end of the turn. You can pay a black and 3 and exile it from your graveyard, and the ring tempts you. And then we got Shalab, Child of Ungoliant, for a green, a black, and 4 legendary creature, Spider Demon, 8/8 with Death Touch and Ward 2. Other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward 2. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact with you can pay 2 and tap it, sacrifice this artifact, and gain 3 life, and it loses all other card types. This card's super dope. Would love to own it in the real world. Here we go. Ready, I'm antsy. Got the Battle Scarred Goblin. Goblin Warrior creature, 2/2. Whenever he becomes blocked, he deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. Shalab's Ambush for a black instant. Target creature gets +1/+2 and gains Death Touch until the end of the turn. Create a food token. Now for Wrath. Now for Ruin. A white and 3 sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. They gain vigilance until the end of the turn, and the ring tempts you. We got Nimble Hobbit, a white and 1 Halfling peasant creature 1/3. When he attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay a white and 2. When you do, tap target creature and opponent controls. We got mushroom watchdogs. Mushrooms. For a green and 1. Dog creature 2/2. Sacrifice a food. Put a +1/+1 counter on mushroom watchdogs. It gains vigilance until the end of the turn. Activate at sorcery speed. We got Bilbo, retired burglar. For a red, a blue, and 1. Legendary creature, halfling rogue 1/3. When he enters or leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you. When he deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. And we got Gandalf the Grey. For a red, a blue, and 3. Avatar wizard, legendary creature 3/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You may tap or untap target permanent. Gandalf the Grey deals 3 damage to each opponent. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Put Gandalf on top of its owner's library. He's kind of interesting. This set's just straight interesting. Alright, we got Galadrim Guide. For a green and 3, elf scout creature 3/4. When he enters the battlefield, scry 2. We got Olaghai Crusher. For a red and 3, troll soldier creature 4/4 with trample. He can't block unless you control a goblin or an orc. Got the Torment of Gollum. For a black and 3, sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card, and you amass 2. Or amass orcs 2, sorry. We got Errand Rider of Gondor. For a white and 2, human soldier creature 3/2. When he enters the battlefield, draw the card. Then, if you don't control a legendary creature, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. We got Landreval, Horizon Witness. For a white and 4, bird noble legendary creature 3/4. Whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack a player, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until the end of the turn. That's cool. And we got a mythic rare thing there. So I can get whatever cards I want with it. Yee-hor. We got the Rally at the Hornburg. For a red and 1, sorcery, create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Humans you control gain haste until the end of the turn. We got Lothlorien Lookout. For a green and 1, elf scout creature 1/3. When they attack, try 1. And we got Ilsidir's Fateful Strike. For 2 black and 2, legendary instant. Destroy target creature. If its controller has more than 4 cards in hand, they exile cards from their hand equal to the difference. That's cool. Here we go. So ready to see what else there is. Isolation of Orthnic. For a blue and 3, instant. Put target creature into its owner's library. Second from the top. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. For a white and 4, human soldier creature 4/3. When they enter the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on them. Nice. Many Partings. For a green, sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. Create a food token. There's these Mirkwood spiders. For a green, spider creature 1/1. They have Death Touch. Whenever they attack, target legendary creature you control gains Death Touch until the end of the turn. That's cool. Fear Fire Foes. For a black and X sorcery. Damage can't be prevented this turn. It deals X damage to target creature and 1 damage to each other creature with the same controller. That's kind of interesting. And we got All of Gil Galad. For a green and 1, scry 2. Then next up, keep. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, and then until the end of your turn, target creature you control gains When this creature dies, draw 2 cards. Then that creature fights up to 1 other target creature. Where this is up to 1. I guess because you don't have to. I don't know why it doesn't say you may fight a target creature. I don't know. Alright, the last pack. We got Grey Haven's Navigator for a blue and 2 elf pilot creature. 3/2 with flash. When they enter the battlefield, scry 1. We got Goblin Fire Leaper for a red and 1 Goblin Warrior creature. 1/1. For a red and 1, he gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. When he dies, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. That can be good. Saruman's Trickery for 2 blue and 1 instant. Counter target spell and amass orcs 1. And then the final card of the packs that I'm opening up is Barad-dûr, a legendary land. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. It taps for a black. You can spend a black and XX and tap it to amass orcs X. You can activate only if a creature died this turn. I think the amass orcs is actually kind of fun mechanic. Makes me want to build like a weird orc deck, I guess. There were definitely a few cards I wish I got. I wish I got the Aragorn. That's like 4 colors. I think that just seems interesting. Trying to think if there's other cards I'm really excited for. I mean, in real life, there's some cards I'd really love, but you know, who knows? I got a bundle coming in. I'm pretty excited about it. Not here yet, since the set's not technically released. We're in pre-release still. So, anyway, I appreciate you for stopping by, seeing the packs get opened. Are you excited for this set? What do you think? Do you like Lord of the Rings? I like Lord of the Rings. It's not like such a deep staple in my life like it is many other people around the world, but I do enjoy Lord of the Rings. Of course, I love Magic the Gathering. Why don't you let me know what card you're most excited for in this set? Or, yeah, anything you want to tell me in the comments. That would be really sweet. If you subscribe to the video, you're even cooler. If you like the video, you're literally the coolest. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of the set while it exists. So, peace out.